Joining us now, Mike Littlewood, the head baseball coach at BYU, who is trying to watch his son Marcus play baseball on his iPhone right now.
That's
as
right.
well
His
be
AA debut.
Interviewed.
AA debut.
Nice.
Jackson,
awesome.
Tennessee. How long has the game been going, man? What's going on?
It started at 10 o'clock, 10:05 our time, so it's bottom of the first right now. He's hitting ninth, so I'll probably have a chance to see him get his first at bat. So pretty exciting.
If he happens to bat, like you could have it in front of you. If he happens to it bad, you can just watch it.
Just call a timeout.
I'll do it.
Hey guys,
Yeah.
talk. I'm going to watch this.
Perfect. That sounds good.
Like you could walk out to the mound on this show, pause the.
Let's go ahead. Hold it. Okay. We can go.
It's been a AA theme for not only your son, but for former BYU baseball players. You know, with Jacob Brugman being AA, Jacob Hanneman in AA. Adam Law getting promoted to
Adam Miller.
Adam Miller.
Adam Miller's a closer, and Adam Miller's throwing 99, 100 miles an hour. I mean, I think he's thrown 12 innings and 19 strikeouts the last time. I mean, he's just not walking guys. So they're all doing great.
It's a nice trend.
That
we have going here.
It sure is. Yeah, it's pretty exciting.
Also exciting, the fact that you beat Utah last night, 16 to 6.
That was okay. We'll take that one.
The rivalry series for a 17th consecutive year goes in favor of BYU. What's your team doing so well, especially over the last two games when you score 30-plus runs between the two games?
I just think we're playing with a lot of confidence right now. I think that's such an underrated part of, you can talk about talent and all that stuff, but it's playing with moxie, playing with confidence, and just having fun, and our guys are doing that. We could, really, with how big each game is right now, they could come out and be tight and tentative, but they're not, and I'm so happy to see that, because if you play sports with any kind of tentativeness, you're going to be in trouble, and we made a couple of lineup adjustments and spread out our lineup, moved Chauncey down to 6, Shaver down to 7, and it's kind of spread out our offense a little bit, which has been nice. And the guys have responded really well to it. But just having fun right now.
What does it mean you get a trophy for winning the season series?
Yeah.
Beating Utah.
There's about 10 or 12 Deseret Duel little, I guess they're plaques, but they're pretty cool. If you go down to the baseball offices, you can see them lined up, and it's nice to get another one.
Mike Littlewood with us in Studio B on BYU Sports Nation. You now head to Santa Clara in pursuit of a West Coast Conference tournament spot. And if you sweep them, it's yours. You control your own destiny. How aware is your team of the fact that they need to, I don't know, maybe sweep the series to guarantee that you get in?
I believe that if we win 2 games, we're going to get in.
Okay.
And the game that we got rained out Saturday against St. Mary's is going to be played on Monday. Mm-hmm. So we get 4 chances to win 2 games, and unless I'm missing something, and everybody else that's looked at is missing something, if we win 2 games, we're in. Because if LMU, the great thing is we hold the tiebreaker over San Francisco, LMU, Gonzaga, and Santa Clara could get in. If they sweep us and LMU, I believe, gets swept, they can sneak in as well. So there's a lot of different scenarios. But if we win 2 games, we're going to be in, which is nice.
What's the seeding situation in terms of possibly being 2 or 3?
If we win, we can jump into the 3rd spot, maybe even the 2nd spot if certain things happen, if we sweep Santa Clara. I mean, if we win 4 games, we could easily take 2nd place. It's the most important game is Thursday's game. Tomorrow's game is the most important. Win that one, then the next most important is Friday's game. We're going to go after, we'll use Mike Rucker in the pen if we have to, who he threw 1 inning last night because he didn't get his start on Saturday, and he's ready to go as a closer on Thursday, closer on Friday. If we don't use him then, he's going to start on Saturday. So it works out pretty well for us right now.
What's gotten back into Colton Shaver?
I just think you may think, well, he's really a smart guy, but he's swinging at strikes and taking balls. I mean, that's really what it is, because when he goes bad, he's going to be swinging balls in the dirt, and he'll swing at balls out of the zone. But, man, he sure likes playing Utah and Utah Valley, because
right?
It's incredible. It's just like he's going to get a hit. Doesn't matter if it's 2-0-2 or 3-1, what the count is, he's going to get a hit against one of those 2 teams. But he's got a really good approach, an advanced approach for a freshman for sure.
His slugging percentage has to be up close to 1,000 against those 2 teams.
Against those 2 teams, for sure. Yeah.
Colton Shaver bringing it for BYU Baseball. Mike Littlewood with us in Studio B. What went into rescheduling the St. Mary's game? Because there was some serious concern on that Saturday rainout that your team could potentially take a hit, and it was an unfortunate one because you're chasing down this WCC tournament spot, and if you get to play one less game, then I mean that's a distinct disadvantage
and at home.
to you.
Now
and
you're
at home.
and now it's a road game.
Now we're at St. Mary's, who's better at. They're definitely better at home. But yeah, it could only have helped us that playing that game on Saturday, because we've got the same amount of wins as LMU right now at 13. And so a loss, we're one behind in the loss column, which is fine. If we get that rained out, it didn't help us, because that winning percentage isn't going to overcome another win by them. So, I'm happy, and it wasn't us that even pursued that. It was I think San Francisco's coach called the office and said, "Hey, when are they going to play this?" I've looked at every scenario, and I don't understand why they want us to play it. But there are bylaws that say if you go back to the same region, which is the Bay Area, and you have an opportunity to play that game, then you're going to play that game, and which is great for us. I mean, it's just another opportunity. I'm hoping, and the way our team's playing, I'm not sure that I'm hoping that game doesn't matter, that we can go in and just get some pitchers, some innings, but if it does matter, we're going to go at it just like any other game. So I don't want our guys thinking, well, if we lose this, we can do this. If we lose this, that's not the right way to think. So we try to, let's win Thursday and go from there.
So you would play Monday, and then if you're in the West Coast Conference tournament, you would play Thursday as well.
Yeah.
Would you just stay there?
We'd just stay there. Yeah, we would just stay there. Lori Sowers has done an incredible job in our travel department. I mean, just think about changing. Our travel party's 35 people. Think about changing flights for 35 hotel, and I mean, just it's a nightmare. And she's done, and Susan Walters is in there as well. They've done a great job for us, just kind of keeping things. And it's nice. We don't have to worry about it. It's like, hey, Lori, okay, I'll get everything taken care of, and we just like drones go to the plane and get on and go to where we're supposed to go.
You just stare at the desert.
Exactly.
First dual trophy.
We might take that. We might take that with us as well.
Put it in the dugout.
Check that. Yeah.
Okay, clearly the immediate mission ahead is to win game number 1 on Thursday. And with you trying to win every game, are there any other teams in WCC play that, I don't know, you're rooting for to make things shape up the way you want them to in the seeding process?
Yeah, well, we would love LMU to drop some games. They basically have to win one more game than we do.
And they play San Francisco?
They play San Francisco. So we're pulling for San Francisco all the way. And then Gonzaga plays Pepperdine. It'd be nice to see Pepperdine go ahead and take care of Gonzaga. I mean, if those two teams get swept, it kind of takes two's our number no matter what anybody else does. So no matter what. So if LMU sweeps San Francisco, then we own the tiebreaker over San Francisco. So if we win 2, we've got the tiebreaker over them. So maybe that's why San Francisco called, thinking that if we lost that game, somehow it's going to help those guys. I don't know, because that's really not the way it works out. But initial thinking, they may have thought that.
I'd love to hear that phone call with San Francisco's head coach. Why did you want this game played again?
Yeah, exactly.
We had Pete Meredith on, the softball pitching coach, last week. He said that he pitched against you in years past. What do you remember from that experience, and when was that?
I remember hearing the ball go by me. That's what I remember. Yeah, so when I got done playing pro ball, that's kind of what they do. Larry H. Miller Toyota, and there was another team under that, just like the minor league team. They wanted me to play on that team. And I said, yeah, I'll go do it. And let me just go out and see if I can even hit the ball. And so he probably threw me 30 pitches. I don't know if he remembers, or because we had talked about that, but I think I fouled off one pitch. And I sat down the bat, and I'm like, I'm not doing this. There's no. I mean, he was the best pitcher in the world, so maybe I should have given it a shot. But the other thing about that fast pitch softball at the time, you had to commit like 27 weekends out of the year to go play softball. And they pay him and all that stuff, and it would have been fun, but I'm probably glad I didn't. So I went with the slow pitch softball, and that was fun for a while. So
well, you pursued other things.
Yeah, something I could do,
like refereeing college basketball.
That's right.
And that is our Twitter question right there. If the clock goes from 35 seconds to 30 seconds, how do you think that will affect the NCAA and BYU specifically?
Well, probably BYU. It's going to benefit them. That's the kind of offense they have anyway. Get up and down. But I don't think it's a big deal. I mean, I sometimes the NCAA does some wacky things. If they want to make real changes, it seems like they're always chasing the NBA. Let's do the NBA type thing, but we're not the NBA. We don't want to be like them, but they want to do a lot of different things like them. Why not institute the rule where before you inbound the ball on the baseline going the other way, you call a timeout, you can take the ball at half court. I mean, that's kind of
that should be in there.
That's something that's going to really impact the game. I mean, if you're going to cut down the shot clock, why not just go to 24, make it all uniform, and then when guys go to the NBA, there's no issues there. So I don't know. I don't think it's a big change at all myself.
I want to go back to you played slow pitch. We have an intramural softball team, like the BYUtv team. We have a roster spot open in the off season, which hopefully isn't soon for you.
Maybe I'll be a reserve guy for you. I'd swing and pull my hamstring right now. So
we won the championship with a guy that pulled his hamstring. He hit a solo homer and limped around and won.
Congratulations!
Pretty awesome last year. With baseball, there's been this discussion too the past year, and I know in the minor leagues they have the pitch shot clock, if you will, the pitch
20
clock.
20 second.
Is the NCAA trying to speed up its game in any way as well?
Well, we have, they are. So we get 90 seconds. If you'll see an umpire that's at third base, we'll have a clock. So when the last guy crosses the line, defensively they start the clock, and then the next pitch of the next inning has to be thrown within 90 seconds. If not, it's a ball. Never seen it called in my life. There's warnings given, like, hey, let's speed it up. But we want to play with pace and tempo. We don't want to be like walking on the field. And then in between pitches, you have to keep 1 foot in the batter's box, just like they do now. They're really, in the minor leagues, they're really making them do it. And the big leagues are like, hey, could you please
kind of enforce,
could you please get in here for me? And there's really 20 seconds. And they want every pitch between in 20 seconds. They just don't have a clock. I think that's a cost-effective thing. I don't think every university can afford. Probably all the Power 5 and D1s, they can do it. But you look at D2s, if it's going to go there, that's pretty costly.
It's hard to tell millionaires what to do if you're not a millionaire.
You have to say please, I guess.
As David Blatt of the Cavs.
Let's end with this. Bronco Mendenhall tweets out a picture of him in one of the off-white BYU baseball uniforms and says, "I'm wearing this every day until the tournament spot is secured." Now, did you put him up to this, or was this on his own accord?
This is the truth. I'm sitting in church, and we're waiting. So Marcus, they told Marcus a Saturday night, hey, keep your phone by you tomorrow because there's going to be some changes. You're going to go somewhere. So I'm not a guy who gets on my phone in church a lot, but I had it in my bag, and because I was going to leave and talk to Marcus and see how we could help him. And so my phone, so I kind of peek at it. It's Bronco, and he says, "Bring me a jersey, and I'm going to wear it every single day till you guys."
Nice.
I'm like, so
Bronco's texting during church.
So I called. I'm sure he wasn't in church yet. So anyway, Steve Bushman got him a jersey, and that's when he shot that picture, and I'm sure he's doing it. Yeah,
that's awesome.
Throughout the first pitch, and he's been a support of ours, and we've talked about me going to his meetings and seeing how they do, and even Coach Rose going to their practices and sitting in with their practices and just. It's kind of like a professional development type thing. Let's see how other guys, once we feel like we know everything, that's when everybody else passes us by. So I'm trying to glean everything I can off these guys.
Well, you have the support of Bronco Mendenhall, so much so that he sent you a text message while you were in church.
Yeah, and I looked at it. I'm sorry.
What a sinner.
Yeah.
That is good stuff. Hey, go enjoy Marcus's game.
Is he at bat right now?
We'll do.
What's going
I don't know. I'm not sure.
Can you pause that thing? Hopefully you could pause it and just pick it up from where it is.
Yeah, you can go back. You can go back.
Where are we at? There's a minor league app.
Yeah, it's MILB TV. But back in the
Cougar fans can watch Marcus. They could watch Adam Law. They could watch all these.
Most of them at the AA level, there's probably 50% of the games that are on.
Not bad
right now. But we're kind of back in a dungeon here, and so.
Oh, he just hit a grand slam. That's crazy.
Oh, yeah. 5-run home run. Yeah. So he's not up. So anyway.
Okay, we didn't miss it. All right, well, we will end this so that you can go watch him get his first at-bat. Coach, great to have you on.
Thanks, guys.
Good luck in your pursuit of potentially the 2 or even the 3 seeds.
Yeah, I'm gonna go buy some Tums, and it'll be a good weekend.
Tum.